can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'ma watch what you gonna do.
It's week 1 of the NFL, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Patriots, and it comes your way next.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the New England Patriots. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot at the defending champs. They think that they can be the new champs. And here we are getting things going. Let's have some fun.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his third season now out of Alabama.
It was a much rockier season for Jones in his second year, and he even had to survive a brief challenge to his starting job. This is a big campaign for the former Rookie of the Year runner-up. He wants to get back to Pro Bowl form in this one.
Here we go, get set.
Jones looking to throw it on the first play. Hunter Henry brings it in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now he can exhale. His season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. He may go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, 70 yards. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive.
And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Bryce Baringer now. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. The return is Ward. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 76 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Nice run and some new digs for Swift, the biggest name to be dealt during this year's draft. Had some tough times in 3 years with the Lions, but the good news for him, he's now in Philadelphia and knows exactly how to get the most out of a versatile runner.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did.
His first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Pats are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, this really an interesting matchup here in Week 1. Of course, you got the Super Bowl 52 rematch to talk about. No Nick Foles or Tom Brady on the field today, but for the Eagles, it's been a long wait to get back at it. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is. to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each side.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Here's Swift. 94 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Swift will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Reed Blankenship delivering the hit. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Jones. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 8 A.J. Brown, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. He'll take this to the 46.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Jones.
Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster. He's got room at the 30.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a short one to Gesicki, and this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Jones. And hitting Juju on the slant. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
On now the rookie 4th-round pick, Chad Ryland, for the Patriot field goal.
From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
And his kick here is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And here's Scott to return it, taking it about the 1. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
This to Arnold on the short pass.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 3-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some.
And that's caught inside the 35. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Patriots 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Throwing the out route. He's got Parker. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 47-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh, yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Patriots take over. New England's offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
That's good for the Patriots. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. National Football League on EA Sports. Jones to throw on second down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they get 5 there on 4th and 3. Back to throw again. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit you. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 28-yard line.
On the option to give to Swift here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
A 4th down pass interference call.
And everyone works hard on 3rd down. That's usually the money down. Get off the field. It intensifies when it's a 4th down. You think you've got it done. You think you've completed the play. Instead, you see a flag. Pass interference gives them a new set of downs.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Patriots' 28-yard line.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. And this one is right through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Jake Elliott taking off for Philadelphia.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the Eagles.
Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in the minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me the front lines. I'm in the mind. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me mine. Keep with a real. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a deal. Made a name for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going school, I drop down. They try to read when I drive with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't break, no timeouts. Change up quick, they sign up. Tryna hear my line out. Thinking I'm come find out 1v1, you dust like a wideout. Studio been my hideout. Can't shed tears, mama ain't no cry now. On me, got a blind out. Get in the team, gotta pass your tryouts. Booming this like Metro, groupies on me, that's fine, don't sweat those. Been on, keeping my head strong. My dog, I ain't talk about Petco. Brand new ones, they retros. Live fast, die on, set my headstone. Stop been grown. You ain't get money, been frank in the friend zone. I ain't never switched up on the family. He talking to that at me. Gotta watch my wrist, that's classy. I'm a dog to a she nasty. Then I'm God, she me. My mama proud she had me. Can't let nobody surpass me. I move to the back like an athlete. Got a little buzz, but these zippers don't chance me. Just take a look at my rap sheet. Independent, man, these can't stand me. Won't stop till I got me a Grammy, a crib with a leg and a whip for my granny. I ain't never had me no plan B. Look at me now, got a problem, get at me.
the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see DeAndre Swift. He's coming off a banner.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sent them last week resolves itself this time around.
Nakobe Dean came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Working out of the gun, Cousins. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, if they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one. And their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They set up the screen to Penny. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dan Arnold, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
lay it good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
Losers in the season opener on Sunday, they get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2, so I would agree with you totally on that.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Nakobe Dean
able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there.
Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession.
On 4th down, Aaron Sipos on to punt for Philadelphia. Back deep to return is KJ Osborne.
Fielded at the 33. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Now Cousins. And his pass incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Cousins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Here's Ward to return.
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of and a first down for Philadelphia.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Eagles at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in Week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession, and they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Second down, Cousins.
Slant route, and he's got Addison.
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Cousins.
Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down. Play action now. Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught at
the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne, 60 yards. And the Vikings are back within a score. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT.
And that one makes it 14-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
On first down, Hurts
steps away to his left.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. They go play action with Hurts.
He'll buy some time right.
Poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Harrison Smith. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. Throwing, Cousins. And he's free going down the left side.
It's a foot race. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson from 13 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make it. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Maybe time for 1 play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment, but first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. Plenty of good games to choose from in that early window. we'll highlight the one down in Tampa. A big test for the Bucs at home as they get set to play host to the Chicago Bears. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the New York Giants. And then finally, the National.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. So here are the Eagles to take over. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7. Past the 2.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down. Will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Cousins now. And that's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Blankenship's kick is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Eagles to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up.
Wow, that block is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. He's on his way. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Cousins to throw it. Oh, he'll run that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Kevin O'Connell has a play call ready. His guys going for it on fourth.
They're going for it. Here's Madison. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 11. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit.
Hurts fumbles it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it 1st and goal here from the 2-yard line. And how about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out.
Madison. Sidestepping his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that gives him a 3-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Finds the open target, Arnold.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Playing success in this game already. 2 touchdown catches, but that was a very dangerous throw. But you have to understand, with 2 catches already for touchdowns, they're going to try and force it to him at times as well.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, let's go.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Another important fourth quarter. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing is Hurts. And this is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
73. Alpha.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings.